Good morning, everyone. Photojournalist Sam Tyler with samclicks.com, and welcome to my video notebook. I'm just back from a really hot shoot in Atlanta, and it was just a great shoot, and I can't wait to share the photographs with you and tell you more about it, so I'm going to get right to it. The artist that I was photographing is an artist named Lexxi, whom I met down in Atlanta about 2 years ago. And she was performing at a cafe called Cafe 290. She was invited up on stage by the saxophonist who was featured that night, Reggie Hines. And she covered Alicia Keys's If I Ain't Got You. And her powerful voice and her stage presence just brought down the house. After the performance, I introduced myself. We exchanged business cards, and we started to talk early on and very briefly about shooting a documentary about her. I was really moved by her voice more than anything, and you know, we kept in contact. When I got back to D.C. over the time that I was in D.C. and she was in Atlanta, every now and again she would shoot me an email. I would shoot her an email. She would send me music that she had either finished working on or was currently working on. And each time I heard some new music from this performer, I was more convinced that I had to shoot this story. What intrigued me about Lexxi is who she is in the context of where she comes from. Lexxi was born into a very close-knit Italian-American family in Detroit, Michigan. And early on, her parents recognized in her a very special vocal talent. As a matter of fact, her voice was so developed and so rich, even at an early age, that the nuns at her private prep school used to pull her out of class so she could perform at special events for the school. And I learned bits and pieces of her history over the time that I was in Atlanta shooting, and in no particular order. And in a nutshell, she toured in and around Detroit, the gospel circuit. At one point, she went on the road in a gospel production that was touring around the country with Billy D. Williams. She survived final cuts on American Idol, and she underwent an episode with her voice that left her speechless and out of the game for about a year. At one point, she even arrived in New York City with so many dreams and so much talent, yet so little armor. And all of these things came out, again, in no particular order during the time that I was photographing her. And about 2 days into the shoot, what we realized, we had a bit of an epiphany, actually. What we realized, I had come to Atlanta with a lot of questions because I wanted to understand and capture and define the talent that made her voice so remarkable and made it possible for her to flip-flop between genres from R&B to soul to country to club music. But what we realized is that there was, and like any good subject of a documentary, she tried to answer, but what we realized is that there was no answer. What we realized is that words don't describe music. Words describe other words. And from that point forward, we took a different approach and settled into a rhythm where it was an adventure. To shoot live performances and her gigs around town and recording sessions and private parties and even some impromptu street jams, all just captured on film. And again, a few of the photographs are behind this video. The southern hospitality of the people who made the shoot possible really has to be recognized, and at the top of that list is Brian Stallings, who is Lexi's fiance, and who welcomed me into their world immediately when I arrived in Atlanta. Brian is also the co-author on several of the songs on Lexi's very first CD. I hope you can see that. This was released literally just a few days ago. It's her first EP titled Lucid, and she wrote the songs for Lucid, and Brian wrote some of the music, possibly all, I hope I'm getting that right, possibly all the music, and he also mixed down the final cut. So I'm very glad to have had Brian be a part of this shoot. Got some other acknowledgments also. Cliff C at Criminal Records, Plutonium Entertainment, Jackie Hudak and Gary Harris at Cafe 290, Dr. Joel Hoffman and his wife Carol. Joel is also a guitarist and a songwriter who collaborates with Lexxi on another acoustic project, and I just thought it was great that this surgeon was doing double duty and actually was so nimble on the guitar. Sean McPherson at Smith's Old Bar, Molly, Hank, and Tricia Linz, and Marcia, Shalon, Shayla, Kendall, and Brother Chauncey. Thanks so much for your hospitality. And wholly unrelated, but yet just as important, a very special birthday wish to SamClicks.com executive producer Dr. Sonia Greer, and a birthday wish to mi hermano, JP. Very good. Those images are behind this video. Thanks so much, folks. Take care.